एबिलिटी है वहाँ के लोगों में, और वहाँ के जो स्टूडेंट हैं और जो अब नई जनरेशन आ रही है वो इंग्लिश में भी अबूर रखती है। तो ये जरूरी हो गया है कि ये जो काउंसिल बनी कि जिसने ये पूरी टीम पुट टुगेदर की है। नादीन, तो आइए आपको लिए चलता हूँ उस प्रोग्राम में, जूम मीटिंग में, जहाँ से आप तमाम लोगों के ख्यालात जो है वो मुरादा फरमाएंगे। आइए चलते हैं इस जूम मीटिंग में।
हफीज भाई, आपको पता ही है ना कि द पर्पज ऑफ दिस मीटिंग create awareness here in America as well as among all the technologists, and also to create a tech hub in Pakistan to create more jobs and advancement of the technology in healthcare and IT and automobile communications, you know, which is the world is really going fast. We are a little behind it. So अभी तक जो है ना इस प्लेटफॉर्म से कोई ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म मंदिर यहाँ पे नहीं आया साल से जो टेक के अंदर पाकिस्तान को एडवांसमेंट करे और हेल्प करे और क्रिएट द टेक हब। दो देयर आर सो मेनी बिग कंपनीज इन सिलिकॉन वैली एंड इन वेस्ट कोस्ट एंड ईस्ट कोस्ट, बट देयर इज नो कलेक्टिव एफर्ट्स। तो दिस इज अ ग्रुप इंशाल्लाह टेक इनिशिएटिव on the subject. So I'll start with Dr. Sohail Masood Saab. आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? You're a successful entrepreneur, businessman. You've been involved in technology with Baxter, inventing the pumps. So, and your company doing mashallah $1.5 billion is a very proud company. So आपको इसलिए लाए हैं टीम में कि you give the business vision to the Tech Council कि what is the opportunity in the healthcare field.
सबसे ज्यादा आईटी की सबसे ज्यादा आईटी का जो अभी नीड्स हमारी हेल्थ केयर में तो बहुत ज्यादा नीड्स हैं हर तरह की, फ्रॉम प्रोटेक्टिंग पेशेंट्स इंफॉर्मेशन जो EMI वगैरह के जरिए, सेकेंडली जो हमारी डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, इमेजिन के बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स की कंपनी जो हैं, वी आर स्टिल वर्किंग ऑफ द मॉम एंड पॉप काइंड ऑफ technology, so there is a big need for home health, home inclusion, ancillary providers with some kind of good platform जो कि affordable हो और जो कि implement हो सके and easy to use. So Officail for example हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं same program for last 20 years CPR plus, लेकिन वो वक्त के साथ साथ obsolete हो रहा है वो।
ठीक है, जबरदस्त डॉक्टर साहब। मेरे ख्याल से फवाद साहब भी आ गए। थैंक यू वेरी मच फवाद। आसिम भाई, आर यू देयर? जी, आसिम अली खान साहब।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम वकार साहब, हाउ आर यू?
आई एम वेरी गुड माशाल्लाह, थैंक यू वेरी मच आसिम भाई। आपकी इंक्लूजन एक्चुअली you are the brainchild of this idea and the concept. I am just a labor and worker and volunteer to coordinate with all my contact nationwide. You know, I served Geo 15 years. What I collect all this data. So आसिफ साहब, थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ करें जो आपका आइडिया है, द कॉन्सेप्ट है जो आपने मुझसे इंटरव्यू दिया था। तो हमारे माशाल्लाह आसिम अंसारी साहब हैं, PhD सोलर साइंटिस्ट, हफीज रहमान साहब जो न्यूक्लियर साइंटिस्ट हैं, फिजिस्ट हैं और बहुत बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं। मुख्तार साहब जो है पालो अल्टो से हैं, साइबर सिक्योरिटी में हैं, और तला इज फ्रॉम एग्रो, इज अ PhD ऑल्सो। जावेद नासिर साहब इन डेटा इसमें है, चिप्स टेक्नोलॉजी में। अली खान इज ऑल्सो द इन साइबर सिक्योरिटी। और फवाद साहब इज बायो scientist, mashallah. Zubair Rao is in Apple system, and Mr. Vajat is...
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you Waqar sir. Sorry for being a little late. There was some confusion about the meeting link, so I was trying to log in with IDs. And thank you to all of you meeting, and Waqar sir, congratulations to you for initiating work on this forum. This is officially the launch of US Tech Council. So I think it is very important that we take this forward and make it a live forum. There are other forums for us like Open, different chapters of Open. Most importantly, Open Silicon Valley chapter, they are dedicated to working in the IT sector. So in Southern California, there was a need to have this type of forum to work on in the IT sector. So let me give you a brief background of what we think about this forum and what we can do together. So I will give you a brief facts about Pakistan first, although in bits and pieces we talk about these things, we hear about these things on different forums, but I will try to consolidate my thoughts here. To put the things in context, Pakistan, is the fifth largest country in the world, most populous, so meaning thereby Pakistan is the fifth largest economy and fifth largest market in the world. This is a very, very important fact. Wherever I get a chance to highlight this fact, we need to invite attention of our friends here and interested investors and companies that this is the fifth biggest market in the world. Now the little issue is with our region that other reasons there would always be a preference for companies and investors in the region. So we need to put Pakistan's situation in the context that we are the fifth one. As far as the size of economy is concerned, Pakistan is the from nominal point of view 40th largest GDP in the world, and from the purchasing power parity it is the 24th largest economy from the point of view of purchasing power parity. So when we put this context that this is the size of economy and size of the market, then Pakistan's connectivity with the region, then what are the benefits of going to Pakistan? It's a growing market. It is a very, very young country. Young population means it is at least 60% population is under the age of 25. And under the age of 35, 75% population. So it's a very, very young country. It means you will have an assured supply of labor in this market for at least next 50 to 60 years assured. It's not a declining population like any other country. It's not a static population. It is a growing population. So you will have a young blood in the market, educated, well-trained, well-skilled. Yes, there is some need for training them, the workforce, in specific sectors, in specialized fields in future. According to our requirement, whoever goes to Pakistan, they will have to train them, but these trainings would be very, very useful and profits would be worthy of this training. There are some facts about Pakistan's IT and telecom market. Pakistan again has a mobile data availability and growing number of mobile phone subscribers in Pakistan. Another fact with Pakistan has a large pool and increasingly large pool of trained and experienced bankers, engineers, lawyers, entrepreneurs, technology-driven professionals, and they have substantial experience about how to work with international markets and the IT business and technology. Now coming to specifically to the IT sector in Pakistan. Pakistan's IT sector has grown exponentially in last 1 decade. During last decade, the growth has invited attention of not only the government, rather many friendly countries. You have seen in last at least 2-3 years, a large number of I would say agreements, collaborations, high-level visits, exchanges, informal arrangements with neighboring countries, especially countries in the Middle East, especially dedicated to the IT sector. That shows the interest of growing number of countries in the IT sector in the IT industry in Pakistan. Pakistan's universities are producing trained IT professionals. Right now we have a pool of over 500,000 IT professionals in Pakistan, and Pakistan provides the third largest pool of freelancer community in the world. And these numbers are growing at a very fast rate. You should also consider the fact that currently the official literacy rate in the country is below 60%, but Pakistan is providing IT services, exports and exporting IT services to the tune of almost $3 billion. These numbers, $3 billion from Pakistani's point of view are impressive because these the growth of IT sector is more than 25% during last 4 or 5 years, despite the political and economic challenges in Pakistan. So just 25% growth rate in one sector shows that it's a low-hanging fruit with minimal investments. IT investment in IT sector can bear huge profits and returns. Pakistan. So Pakistan's freelancer community, as I said, is third largest in the world, and according to international data, independent data and figures, we provide at least 10% of global freelancers market. And now coming to the United States specifically, out of the $3 billion exports of Pakistan in the IT sector, we export our IT services to the United States for almost $1 billion. And the growth is consistent over during last decade, and every year it's growing almost 20%. The government has set very ambitious target of increasing our total IT exports of $3 billion to more than $10 billion in next 3 years. So this is not only a promising opportunity, but a challenge for. So what our goals are in Pakistan in the IT sector? Our goals are, we want to explore new markets and secure foreign investments in the lucrative IT sector. This is our primary. It's not seeking any assistance. It is actually inviting and attracting businesses, companies, investors in Pakistan. And all of you, mashallah, very accomplished people here are in a very good position to not only guide us, not only provide us course correction, but also spread this word about Pakistan's branding. So Pakistan's branding, I think one of the major goal of this Pak US Tech Council should be a country branding as well.
It is a Pakistani American Tech Council.
Pakistani American Tech Council, thank you. So this should be the country branding. Because I think as compared to India, our country branding has remained weak. I would say we have not missed the boat. We are left a little behind in the tech hubs of the United States. There are various tech hubs, most important being the Silicon Valley, then Southern California, around San Diego, and other parts, but we will restrict ourselves initially to the West Coast. Why Pakistan's IT industry has a bright future, and why are we so optimistic? There are many factors. One is the progress achieved during last at least 5 years and largely during last decade. So the expansion of industry is something that encourages us. Secondly, the forecast encourages us. Secondly, the forecast about our the best resource we have is the human resource. The forecasts and the data, how many people we are, our academic institutions are, they have 1,200 employees in Islamabad in their back office. And they tell me that as compared to India, the cost is 6 times less in Pakistan, the cost of operation. It is very, very cost effective to operate in Pakistan, and reliability factor is as good as India's, although their workforce is more trained and professional, and they are more trained especially to work with the US market. And lastly, as I said in the beginning, our location that makes us perfect, because neighboring markets, Middle East, especially Central Asia, they look towards Pakistan to provide not only services but trained human resource, because they lack this resource. And one of the most important, another factor also, is our English language capability. We sync with international markets, especially English-speaking world, because of our language, which many East Asian countries and Southeast Asian countries don't have as much as we have. So I will stop here, and I would request everybody to share their thoughts. Waqar Sahab, back to you.
Thank you very much, Janab Asif Ali Khan Saab, shedding lights on about what are the opportunities and what we can do together. So here is beside the IT is the one sector, but here is multiple purpose people here, including Mr. Hafiz Rahman Saab is a nuclear physicist, former professor and working on the big energy project. Janab Asif Ansari Saab is the former advisor of energy to the Barack Obama administration. Mr. Wajahat is our president of.
I just to introduce, my name is Hafiz Rahman. I was a faculty member, University of California, Irvine, and UC Riverside. IT is very important, but somehow Pakistan, in my opinion, they get started late. I mean, in the 90s, Pakistan was it did not pick up. So another area which is called energy, which is the biggest problem on planet Earth, that clean energy. Now 84% of the world energy is produced by coal, oil and gas, which created a global warming, and because of that, of course, sea temperature rises the whole globe, and this kind of, because Pakistan has one side mountains, and when this cloud goes to a mountain, there is a big floods, which we have seen in the last 2-3 years. So global warming is the biggest challenge, and clean energy, the whole world is trying to get that. One of the clean energy is thermonuclear energy, which was like all the stars in the universe are powered by fusion energy. On Earth, experiment was done, but in the form of hydrogen bomb. Since then, the world is trying to build a reactor based on thermonuclear. Now, say France, 37 countries, they are building the largest fusion reactor called ITER. It's over 30 billion, 37 countries. Unfortunately, Pakistan has not even started thinking about that. There is no project in Pakistan, as far as I know. There is a nuclear energy, nuclear reactor, but nuclear reactors create a lot of pollution, a lot of nuclear waste. So it's not acceptable. So thermonuclear is like from 1 gallon of water, you can get as much energy as 300 gallons of gasoline. And right now, the world is spending over $50 billion in this field. There are 43 companies. Our company is one of the main companies. Private investors and government funding both comes. Department of Energy. And first time I got a Pakistani investor. Normally, other investors come, no Pakistani investors, because so I think this is one of the area which Pakistan should consider too. It's just like right now, IT is very hard. It will bring money, dollars, but I think energy is the biggest challenge. And I'm pretty sure for 5 years from now, we all will be trying to look for clean energy, because we cannot survive without that.
Thank you, Mr. Hafiz Rahman Saab. It's very important. If you don't have energy, if you don't have a power in Pakistan,
Exactly.
how are you going to run the call centers and internet centers and IT department? It's very, very important for our export.
Our economy too.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Hafiz Saab, and I would like.
Difference. We just want to don't sit here and talk, and nothing really happens. We want to make change, affect change. And I say that in the context that, I've been a serial entrepreneur most of my life, basically a technologist. So I take a different perspective on technology. But those were, successful, even though they were in the context of collaboration with the government. And then there were ones that were not successful. And those were mostly in the context of developing solar and distributed energy sources in Pakistan. And there are reasons for that. And and it's it's unfortunate that it didn't work, and I would say that it's been a very interesting experience. So I have a fairly good calibration in terms of what works and what doesn't work. Things change, but nevertheless, it's not pleasant to be involved in things that didn't work. So I look to success. I look to make a difference. In that context, I just want to sort of touch upon the IT, for instance. $3 billion is impressive in terms of what we're doing. But I believe it's important that, in order to expand that, we need to focus on IT education, which, if you compare to the Indians that do about 193 billion in exports, IT exports, and into the IT sector and growth in the IT sector. But we got to start, and if we don't start, we're going to miss the boat one more time. My son is at Stanford, and one of his classmates is from Karachi. He came from Karachi. He's at Stanford, finishing up his master's, his bachelor's program in computer science, and he has Stanford has offered him a paid contract to promote, to develop a Stanford-like IT program at a university in Pakistan. So he's been trying to find a university that'd be willing to accept that, but he's having a hard time because nobody wants change, which is just mind-boggling to me to imagine that if you have an opportunity, there's no university in the world that trains IT professionals like Stanford does. And if Stanford is offering to develop a program at your university for IT, why would you even think of more than a second? So, those are the things that
excellent, Ansari Saab, excellent. आपका बहुत अच्छा proposal है, and that's the way we have to go. Education in IT, and now I'd like to invite Dr. Saab. You want to say he's our chairman of the board, PTC, Dr. Sohail Masood.
So definitely, we all know that Pakistan needs a lot of help and I think the goal should be we can provide ourselves, and we are open to shift to growth and change and new things. And I'm just hoping that our organization and others, including Open and any other physician organizations and whatever not we have, we all can help Pakistan. But I think the connection to Pakistan we have is through our Sindhi Sahab here and our ambassador. So as we work closely with him and the ambassador Sahab, I think it will give us more reasons to go and do things in Pakistan if we have faith in the leadership of Pakistan in America. So growth is needed. Pakistan is left way behind everybody else in the region, and I'm not saying that everybody is saying that including we are left behind from India and Bangladesh. So Pakistan is to really start moving faster. IT is something, and definitely, like you said, Asif Saab, AI really is going to make a major change in how IT works, and most of the things that we're talking about today may be redundant in the next 5 to 10 years if we are not following the AI growth. So one of the focus I think our group should have is where the AI will go and how we can lead Pakistan and ourselves into the new AI direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. And I would like to invite Dr. Sana Khan. He is already working the AI project. Dr. Sana Khan, are you there? Dr. Sana Khan, he is very, closely worked with the artificial technology.
For a predictable future than this generation of ours, that's 2025. I became a doctor. My parents said, "I'm going to become a doctor." I became a doctor. It's very predictable. Okay, the physician, I'm going to earn X, Y, Z. Maybe, more or less, job security and whatnot. I can tell you right now that what I'm working on with radiology and AI, pretty much in about 5 years, many of the radiologists will have a job. So what happened to that prediction, right? I mean, if we're talking about training our kids to basically program, I'm sorry to tell you, but AI is going to do most of the programming. What are the kids going to do? I mean, so we really need. I think I think you asked a good question. What's the purpose of this group? We need to evaluate that. And I think that the purpose for me, the way I see it, really is for us to kind of brainstorm about what direction we want our Pakistani children to go into. What's going to happen in the future over there when the rest of the world is using robots to build homes? Are we trying to train our kids to build, brick and mortar? It's not going to work. We're going to have 3D printing, basically building homes. So I don't want to go too much into, I think the purpose today was kind of sort of learn about each other a little bit, but we need to have a grander vision of when this 25-year-old becomes 40 in the middle of their earning capacity 15 years from now. What is the world going to look like? It's not going to look like what we're thinking today. We cannot be trying to compete with India and blah, 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 and telemarketers. Even AI people and whatnot, it's going to be just a very different world. And I can tell you I'm a physician, but as private citizens, we can do so much. And I have done whatever I could, I think, quite a bit in the last number of years, but it's still a drop in the bucket. Unless you have a government that actually understands what is going to happen in the future versus worried about their next election and who's going to get this pundicy and who's going to get this imam, Pakistan is going to get stuck. We will not only get left behind, we're going to be those colonies in the Hunger Games movies. So that's what I'm going to stop right there, but I think we need something to think about and what the purpose of this group is and how we can help Assembly and people of Pakistan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sana Khan Saab. Definitely you are working in AI since long time. I know that you have built one of the largest MRI group and definitely you're a philanthropist, you are in the technology side. The purpose of this group definitely to help Pakistan how to be advanced in the technology in all kind. Of course IT is a big, but there are so many technology like the big problem nowadays is a cyber technology, which is very important. Now I would like to move to the Mukhtar Sheikh is in Palo Alto and he is one of the guru and startup the companies. Mr. Mukhtar Saab, you are on.
Yes, thank you, Akarbait. Yes, I think very fascinating conversation so far here. I think I agree with I think I want to go back again where we started from in terms of trying to understand about 30 years ago, and I think Dr. Saab was saying something about, I think AI will do everything in future, whatever new generation is going to do. While I do agree, I think, in my opinion, we are at the juncture of a very phenomenal, point in the when we look back in the history, that this will be very transformational. When I started in early 90s, mid 90s, networking, internet was being built, and that was the biggest thing that has happened over the last 30 years. We won't be talking to each other like this if the internet was not there. And I understand that technology very well. The second inflection point in the IT came in the form of building the cloud infrastructure and consuming cloud that made everything so easy for all the entrepreneurial ideas that can integrate and the products out of that. Just post it in the cloud and it's done, right? The latest one that we are talking about is the AI, which is bigger than anything that we have seen. And I do agree that when people will be talking about, working, doing this automation, and robots will be doing everything, whatever you will be doing, or whatever, while that is true, I think we have 180 million subscribers,
I think there are a lot more infrastructure-wise needs to be done. I will give you one example. Everyone on this call is in US, right? Is that right, assumption?
Yes.
Right? Why they have the same call, a Zoom call with Pakistan, when people are in Pakistan? Doesn't work. There's a delay, there's a bandwidth problem, that's that basic infrastructure, right? While we are saying that, and then people are doing this, their companies doing it, but I think a lot more need to be done, a lot more is required there.
जबरदस्त जनाब या मुख्तार साहब थैंक यू वेरी
I think
मच
all the stuff here, we have to again,
Yes.
I mean, it's a great initiative, we need to come together, a lot of collaboration can be done. What do you
Thank you, Mukhtar Sheikh Saab, and thank you, Wajahat. Wajahat is the one really introduced Mukhtar Sheikh. I'm going to stay a little bit in Silicon Valley. Now I'll go to Mr. Ali Khan. He's recently working currently on cyber security, and he's launching the one company of cyber security, and he want to hire a lot of people from Pakistan, young, educated people. Nasir, you are on. Ali Khan.
Thank you, Muqaddam. Assalamualaikum. Bismillah.
Educated people. Nasir, you are on. Ali Khan.
Thank you, Muqaddam. Assalamualaikum. Bismillah.
We're never alone. And that is our strength. Because we'll always come back stronger. Because nothing can stop what we can.
Almost every large bank and Fortune 500 company in deploying technologies like Palo Alto Networks or Cloud Networks to Microsoft to all types of different cloud security solutions. So what I've learned is that in companies I worked with in the past and in the future that startups that I plan on launching, and I think we can do that if we can influence those people. So I think grassroots efforts are very important, but top down, we need to be able to work with CEOs at Fortune 500 companies, security leaders, technology leaders, CIOs, CTOs, to convince them that Pakistan is just as equally innovative, just as equally talented, just as equally open-minded as our neighbors on the India side and on other parts of the world. So I think there's just a small little opening that we need to create to open up a wealth of opportunity for the young, talented technologists, engineers that are sitting in Pakistan that can help their families, support their families financially, economically. So that's my vision for joining this group, and inshallah, I want to help you guys accomplish that.
Thank you, Mr. Ali Khan. I would like to move to our one of the pioneers, Mr. Wajahat. And is definitely working very interesting project, driverless car. Wajahat, what is your input?
Wakam, could you put me in a later stage, because I'm still waiting for Imad to
do something to elevate Pakistan is a welcome gesture, and I always am there to support and help in any way I can. So I will just be very brief. I'm really, I agree with Asif and Ansari to have a mission, vision. For example, how do we define success of this group? For example, after all our efforts, whether we work for a month, year, 10 years, 100 years, whatever the time frame is, what is success looks like. So thank you, Asif, for bringing that. I also agree with Dr. Soren Sood, an old friend, and that the quality of students or graduates or professionals coming needs to be improved. And to just share what I'm doing, since I've been, Vikas very rightly said, I've been doing this for a very long time, but to make a little difference. So first one that I'm working on is enabling others, promoting entrepreneurship, helping startups. I think Asif had mentioned that, we need to enable local young students, entrepreneurs to be able to bootstrap, to start companies, to start contributing to the economy of the country. So first thing with what I'm doing is enabling others to start businesses. Yeah. And how can we contribute? So the way we are doing it is that we are trying to teach, trying to enable engineers, software programmers who are coming out. So this is where we're seeing that we don't want to miss the boat in generative AI. So let again enable young professionals coming out. And again, these are all non-profit ventures. So none of this is my core business, and I haven't spoken about my business in this conversation. But the context here is how we help Pakistan, and these are the 3 areas we are working on. And
thank you, Mr. Nasir Javed. Nasir Javed, I want that you have to really help Pakistan to build this memory cards and chips technology. That's your area of the expertise, and I need you be there. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nasir Javed Saab. Now I will move to all the way Sacramento. He's a very young man. He's a PhD in agroeconomy, and I think he is a backbone. He can be a backbone for Pakistan agriculture industry. His father and him running about 15,000 acre land of the rice production. I have seen with my own eyes. Talak, would you please speak out about what's your role, how you can be help our country in agriculture technology?
Yeah, assalamualaikum everyone. It's an honor to be with all of you really brilliant minds, and it's a bit of an interesting discussion. So yeah, just a little bit about myself. I'm actually in the US, but I've had very strong ties to Pakistan my entire life. I've been to Pakistan a lot throughout my entire life. And here I've agriculture. And it's definitely not a part of my language, not as sexy of a field or area of working. There's definitely not as many opportunities for cutting edge technology, but there certainly are actually. And I do appreciate Council General Asim Saab and Waqas Saab for putting together this initiative. I think it is a bit encouraging to see the invitation coming from the Pakistani government side trying to do something. That's at least they're trying to do something, which is encouraging. I think one area that is definitely is a big opportunity for information, like for technologies, mechanization. Pakistan is very, very behind in terms of mechanization of agricultural technology. Everything's being done manually, and I agree. The use of we have a lot of people, and the use of technology could potentially put people out of jobs. But I also, maybe I'm just naive or optimistic. It's kind of look at the glass half full. I think as the application of technology may replace jobs, but it also creates jobs in other ways that we haven't really thought of. So mechanization potentially going towards away from manual labor to machines, and actually I think this is a great opportunity to use robotic machines and AI self-autonomous machines to do a lot of the manual labor in the field. In terms of I don't know self-automated tractor can be a lot more efficient, a lot more use resources a lot more efficiently in time, and actually be able to do a better job and be more productive.
Yeah, Dr. Tala, I've seen your agriculture field GPS technology be used, putting the fertilizers, seeding, watering, and everything. A very accurate way. That also be doable. Inshallah, we'll discuss more about agriculture with you and in this forum. Now, I would like to really invite Janab Zubair Rao. He is almost 40 years in the IT business and computer business, and he is looking forward to transfer some technology to manufacturing telephone system in Pakistan. Zubair.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. My name is Zubair Rao. I'm the President and CEO of Advanced Microsystem, doing business as DeviceLand. From over 40 years I've been involved working with Apple computers, selling their product and services, and selling their millions of dollars of product on a regular basis. From last 5 to 7 years, we start purchasing the large inventory of Apple used equipment from Apple and refurbishing in Los Angeles and selling these products all over. This costs us more for refurbishing because all the services we have available local here, warehousing, fixing and repairing all those things. So all those things can be start giving them little by little more and more, and now they have improved a lot in working with the Apple and selling, manufacturing and making a lot of Apple equipment. So for us, it's a time to see that what our vision is and what we can do, what I can do. I have to look into myself that what I can take to Pakistan and how I can put my 2 cents to Pakistan. If we all together as a group, we can think that how we can benefit to Pakistan by our connection, bringing some large companies investment or some small companies and manufacturing, how we can do it. So this is the time we can do it. Apple never invents things. They always do it the right way at the right time. When Apple, they used to be a Walkman. Apple introduced AirPod, and then it used to be iPhones. But Apple did the right way to invent the iPhones. And same thing with the tablets and become iPads. So for us, we don't have to look into that we are late, we are behind the race, but we want to do the right way. We want to catch the right technology, and with the right group, we can do it much better than, and we can overtake whatever other people are doing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rao. I think that's a whole game here, the idea and the concept of Asim Ali Khan Saab, how do we transfer technology, how do we do advancement, how do we create the tech hub in Pakistan, do small things. That's why the purpose of this group, inshallah ta'ala. Now I'd like to move forward, the very important
tests and trials in Pakistan in 2017 and 18. I prepared the framework for Internet of Things. So the idea was that finally products that our students do, I thought maybe it would be better, instead of looking for jobs, they can convert those projects into viable businesses. And whatever support we can provide, the previous speaker, the young guy from UC Davis, he also said that we need regulatory support. So my focus was to create ease for them through regulations, so give them licenses for frequencies so that they can start their own IoT businesses. So that was way back in Pakistan. Last week I was interviewed for the position of member international coordination at Ministry of IT and Telecom, and their focus was also to promote exports from Pakistan, especially the IT and telecom sector. And their target was to increase from current 5 or 6 billion to 15 to 18 billion within the next 4 years. So there are many capable companies and very useful products which are being developed in Pakistan. All they need is exposure to where we live now in the US, Europe, and other markets. So excellent. It's good to hold. Just 1 second. Yeah. So it's good to hold the trade exhibitions in these countries, but that's one-off activity. I thought maybe to take this target for personal business, like form a startup company which can market products from Pakistan and act as a middleman and take their commission from what.
Thanks a lot, Waqar bhai, and also appreciate Asim Bhai, Council General, to provide this platform. So let me give a little bit my background. Before I go by background, just to I think one thing I want to make a comment for brother. I think Talha Rahman, you mentioned about the AI autonomous car. I think we already have one tractor that's been already built who runs autonomously, and also with the solar. I'm not sure if you have that information. So it's already built here in Silicon Valley and is available globally. So I think it's a good technology that can be used in Pakistan, and it's something that you wanted to explore. And also, Brother Nasir Iqbal, you were talking about hardware side, PCB or something. That's something my expertise. So I don't want to take much time because it's just a kickoff first meeting, and more wanted to introduce myself. So I reside here in Silicon Valley for more than 30 years. So my expertise in the hardware side, semiconductor, IC chip, this is what I've been doing. And so I worked in leading semiconductor companies. Currently I'm in a Marvel Semiconductor, but before I work in autonomous automotive related semiconductor companies like GM and Philips Semiconductors, NXPs, and then the Qualcomms of the world. Running 50 or 60 companies every year. So Israel is a standout. So we can take sort of a benchmark and compare with those countries how they come up with these kind of companies to produce in the world. So Pakistan has a lot of opportunities, as I said, but I think in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the knowledge, they probably are kind of like behind on this kind of understanding how to build those companies. So I think I discussed this, Asim Bhai, one time with you, but I think this is a long discussion. I don't have much time to dwell on this one, but I'm trying to put together a sort of plan in the next meeting, hopefully, where I can present this idea and also discuss in detail about how we can create the company in Pakistan within 1 year that can be as a startup company, and we can hire more people in terms of the electronic side or semiconductor side. And what is the plan to build that company and to scale up in next 3 to 5 years? I think this is what probably I wanted to stop here because there are other people in the lineup. But the things that I wanted to emphasize is my plan to put together. Hopefully in the next meeting I can propose that plan with other team member, and then we can discuss further on that.
Thank you, Mr. Wajahat. You are the pioneer president of this PTC. And actually, Asim Ali Khan Sahab asked me, can we have this meeting physical? But it is very short time, and I have to see the schedule of this CEOs, the companies. They are available in West Coast region, so we can have a one physical.
What's his name? Fawad Bhai.
Is Fawad Bhai there? Fawad is a biotech, is very, very important personality in biotech industry. Inshallah, I will bring him again. Okay, Mr. Asim Ali Khan.
Waqar Sahab.
Ji, you are on board.
Ji, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I think we had a good initial discussion in the first meeting. I appreciate the time. It's already 90 minutes over, and I know it's Friday, but I think the first meeting, what we achieved today was knowing each other, our capacities and our objectives and our thoughts. This was, I think, good in that respect, that we now know each other and each other thoughts and what we are trying to achieve. I think some speakers hit the nail. Asif Ansari Saab, Dr. Sana Khan, Nasir Saab and others. They rightly said that we need to be first very clear what we are trying to achieve here. It shouldn't be a talk shop. Everybody's time is very precious, I know. And it is such a vast field, we cannot just achieve anything by just talking. So what I propose, before the next meeting, we should have some clear proposals, what we are trying to do through this forum. My objective is to have a clear pathway, what we're trying to do within our means, because this is very time consuming. We are in different time zones also. I would personally prefer to expand this forum. We already have a very distinguished and diverse here in this forum, and I appreciate in the next meeting that I propose that we should have within a month time as per everybody's convenience. It's summertime also, people are traveling at the same problems which Pakistan has now. So if Indian diaspora had put some preconditions on the table with Indian government and India that, okay, first you fix your problem, then we will help you, then India would not be here as they are now. So any preconditions or any kind of, I would say, demands or requirements sometimes don't take off. So I think our effort is directed towards resolving those problems in Pakistan, and an effort will contribute to resolution of issues. So just asking Pakistan or the government to first resolve issues and then we will come forward, I think it's a little bit unrealistic, and I think the problems continues to evolve and increase or decrease, but continue to change. The nature of problems continue to change, and we continue to improve upon and move forward. So country branding, first what we have planned a big event in Silicon Valley this year, somewhere around September or October. We are planning a Park US Tech Investment Conference at a large scale, and we are planning to invite a delegation from Pakistan also at the government, including government and private sector, to have a whole day conference, and we would like all of you to join physically in person. We will announce it once we receive confirmation for the participation of Minister for Information Technology from Pakistan. There is a TechCrunch conference trying to see if she can join TechCrunch and our own first Park Tech Investment Conference. This will be the start of the big country branding at a large scale, that this is, as a member of this group, I can do. And this is, I think we should be doing. We can work separately also, I think, because we are a diverse group. We don't have to do everything together. For example, 15 people doing the same thing again and again. We can work in our individual capacity, so that, for example, Mr. Ali Khan said, I can do this in cyber security in Northern California. I can something else, Nasir Saab can do something else, Dr. Suhail Saab, Dr. Sana Saab. So everybody of us, Asim Sari Saab, all can chip in ideas. We can make small groups or small committees. So we are open to suggestions. The purpose is to have a common agenda and our own, everybody's contribution. Thank you very much to all of you, and especially to Waqar Saab.
Ji, thank you very much, Dr. Asim Ali Khan Saab, you really spare your valuable time, and of course Dr. Suhail Masood all the way from Boston, Texas, and people from Silicon Valley, Tala from agriculture. See that I'm the one who really doing networking, collaborations, and these people, a lot of people, not sure that few people in the Hajj, the professor at the Long Beach University, the IT and AI specialist, and Mr. Bilal Farooqi, he is a guru of the AI, and Mr. Syed Shahid Hussain is a Honeywell, and she's a lady, she's in a Boeing in the space industry. So there's a lot of people not here today because of the Friday and the Hajj. But next time, Mr. Asim Ali Khan Saab, everybody going to be on the one table, and definitely will coordinate it. People like Suhail Bhai, far away from us, or Dallas, Mr. Numan, he's the inventor of the electric bike. Okay, so I have, mashallah, recorded the conversation. The journal recording.
Waqar Saab, would you also be able to share contact details and names with the group so that we know each other? Most of us know each other, but some.
See, there's a Dr. Mr. Asif Ansari is a solar technologist, scientist. He is in the Valley. Mr. Wajahat Hussain is in Silicon Valley. Is a driverless car. And Nasir Javed, you know him, is from Southern California. Dr. Tala Rahman is from Sacramento. He is currently running the very big agriculture feed rice farm. Now Ali Khan is a cyber technology expert in the Bay Area. Mr. Mukhtar Sheikh is Palo Alto. Mr. Zubair Rao Saab is device land. Dr. Sana is expert MRIs, and Ahmad is 5G technology. Syed Shahid Hussain is in Honeywell. He's looking for a lot of engineers. He's a Sigma expert, and he want to give a lot of work to Pakistan for the space industry. He is very, very enthusiastic. He want to build something for Pakistan to they make some parts in Pakistan as other countries doing it. So Mr. Nashad here, not here today. Mr. Fawad is going to be next meeting inshallah, and I'll send you the list. And everybody is a little bit brief introduction. Azim Saab. Valuable times.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Everywhere, anywhere, anytime. And also subscribe OpTv Global. भूलिए नहीं, आज ही हमारे प्रोग्राम को सब्सक्राइब करें और हाँ, हमारे हर प्रोग्राम को लाइक भी करें। देखते रहिए प्रोग्राम और हम पेश करते रहेंगे आपके लिए प्रोग्राम। याद रखिए, भूलिए नहीं, इससे पहले कि आप भूल जाएं, टीवी बंद करने से पहले, फोन बंद करने से पहले प्रोग्राम को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। आप देख रहे हैं OpTv ग्लोबल।
Faber Fusion is a company run by clinicians. When we are looking at a patient, we are looking at the patient's medical needs first. Patient is in the comfort of his or her home. They're watching the TV, they're doing their chores while the infusion is going on. And patient's copay and deductible will be much lower if done at home than in the hospital setting. Home infusion, all in all, is a winning place for getting infusions done.
It is a heartening fact that you may obtain the best return on investment from your knowledge. You can progress by taking one step at a time every day and getting the greatest outcomes. American Education for Foreign Students provides online certification programs to assist you build your job skills in the United States. AMEDFS offers students hundreds of certificates courses worldwide. There are no limits to learning, and with AMEDFS you can begin your journey of studies by enrolling in these courses at your own pace. 82.
OpTv is now available on Roku. Please tune in to Roku.
नाज़रीन अस्सलाम वालेकुम, आपका मेज़बान वक़ल खान हाज़िर खिदमत है मैरीलैंड से। और यहाँ पे 47th अपना का समर मीटिंग थी जो कि नहायत ही कामयाब रही। आपने देखा होगा कि प्रेसिडेंट ने स्टेटमेंट दिया है OpTv गूगल को कि ये लार्जेस्ट अटेंडेंस थी और लार्जेस्ट फंड रेजिंग थी अपने सिलसिले में। इस बार लग रहा है कि पूरे अमेरिका से यहाँ लोग आए हैं अपने बच्चों के साथ, फैमिली के साथ, नहायत ही शानदार तरीके से जो है अटेंड किया। आज यहाँ पे 47th अपना कन्वेंशन है और आपने देखा होगा कि ह्यूज रिस्पॉन्स है माशाल्लाह। How was yours?
I love it. This is an amazing gathering.
कैसा जा रहा है अपना?
बहुत अच्छा
ठीक जा रहा है भाभी?
ठीक ठाक।
थैंक यू।
एंजॉयिंग अ लॉट।
कैसा जा रहा है अपना साहब मंदू साहब? पुरानी यादें ताज़ा हो गई? एक्सीलेंट, माशाल्लाह, गुड टू सी यू मिस्टर डॉक्टर मंजूर। यू आर a historic president of अपना, always be remembered. सर कैसी रही आपकी नमाज? How do you enjoy the अपना?
Very nice.
You happy? Assalamualaikum. How are you? कैसा जा रहा है अपना कन्वेंशन? Good. माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह. Excellent. Mashallah, good. You're looking smart as usual.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nasab, कैसा जा रहा है अपना?
So far, so good.
You enjoying it? Having fun? Thank you. Oh, California, how are you? You're both from my friend from California. Love it. God bless you. Sorry. क्या हाल है सर? कैसा जा रहा है? जी जी जी, कैसा जा रहा है? ठीक जा रहा है? अस्सलामुअलैकुम, कैसा जा रहा है? ठीक है? गुड गुड गुड. मजा आ रहा है? एंजॉय करें. मियाँ, ओ मियाँ साहब क्या हाल है? कैसा जा रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा.
You having fun? You pray namaz?
Amazing time.
After how many years you are attending this?
One.
Your first experience with Apna?
My first experience with Apna.
MashaAllah. You will be more happy than attend again and again, inshallah.
There's a lot of energy to create next generation talent and health.
We're never alone. And that is our strength. Because when we're doubted, we'll play as one. When we're held back, we'll go farther and harder. If we're not taken seriously, we'll prove that wrong. And if we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport. We know things won't always go our way.
And the world's sporting events are postponed or cancelled.
But whatever it is, we'll find a way. And when things aren't fair, we'll come together for change.
We have a responsibility
to make this world a better place. And no matter how bad it gets, we will always come back stronger. Because nothing can stop what we can do together. And that is our strength. Because when we're doubted, we'll play as